Yeah? I just forgot one thing. I didn't bring myself a spoon. Oh yeah, no, it's here, okay. So hi everyone.
Good to be prepared, even if you don't realize you're prepared.
Give me some time for everyone to join. But really, it is just for me. I'm just waiting the time so I can set up everything. That is the real reason. Hi, welcome. Good evening. Let me pull up where we were last time. You were still in the title, title tower, everything was fine. You have made some really good food. We know nobody ever really eat it. Only Aaron and Blake, I think. And we also have backstory from a god that I didn't even know about. So, let's just continue where we left off.
Sure. Yes, we shall. Let's read about Teen Titans Stop.
And yes. Happy music, there we go. And if it's not too loud. Isn't it? It doesn't have to be loud. After an hour, what everyone had to finish shopping toys and telling the jokes, the mood had lightened considerably. Let me move the microphone closer, by the way. There we go. You can actually hear me better.
That's in the script.
Yeah, it is written right here, right? You see? Garfield rebounded completely from earlier and was back to his normal, cheerful self. And that is a loud car. And as soon as the last plate was killed, he bounded over to the main hall. So they ate even the veggies. Come on guys, let me give you a tour of the place. Let me have everything in here. He called out excitedly. See? We told you that they needed that much space, because they have everything. Ruby and Julie passed by and followed after him. The rest of the Titans following after them, and leaving Megan and Nana behind. The two girls rushed after them, Garfield excitedly detailing everything the tower had to offer with Victor, but he kept them from going too overboard. They're going to be just fine, Mira said, and the group around the corner, cutting the Martian and levels of privacy. She then frowned and turned to face Nonna. Are you sure that you can say? I thought your mother didn't force you to say in some here. Yeah, she didn't, but... She didn't. No, didn't. But I'm still going back. As much as I love being with all of you here, 5 people need me. I understand. By your side and talking to Amazon sadly. I'm sorry you have to go so soon. Me too. Don't know how to come back? Let them go. I should probably say goodbye to everyone then get on out of here. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Come on, let's go join the others. I mean, they knew about this, that she's gonna leave immediately. And this time of the can, I see a fan deciding metal door, revealing a large open room with weights and various other exercise equipment. It's the gym. Ah, so this is why you are having Pokemon battles. Nice. Yeah, nodded. As she and the rest of the team walked inside, Team Jennifer ran behind them. He looked to the far wall and saw a large press-like machine drove embedded into the ceiling. How much does that wait pass to go to? And more than needed, Hamburger answered. He then smiled and tossed his thumb towards his chest. I grabbed the code and shut the door. You? Nice. Yeah, he smiled and nodded. Fine, a shame. Without the use of my semblance. That means absorption, right? Yes, to which he nodded. I can't see how that can be useful, especially out in our line of work. What about you? If you don't mind me asking. Not at all, Hammer replied. As you can see, most of my bodies are nothing. More human and apocalyptic. Need the scene titled Ever Face of Brainiac?
Well, it sounds like in this iteration of the story, none of them did yet. But what he means about what he said earlier is there's different kind of cybernetic parts. Those built by
Yeah,
human
but
and those built by the apocalyptic world.
this can be a problem because Cyborg had a problem with viruses before. And Brainiac can easily overwrite his brain. I would assume so. But he is not here yet. There's a lot of damage I can do. A lot of damage, yeah. A lot of things I can do. He is smart and handles his right hand up his right arm, which shifts it into a cannon. Yeah, I am like Mega Man. That's so cool.
Mega Man could do that too.
I mean, originally his arm is a cannon, not his arm turns into cannon. But later versions Mega Man X can do that by shifting in mechanical force. To make sense, I shifted next to a pair in the midst of rules for us. What is it? What is it? Someone laughed and allowed me to inspect it more closely. It made me right here in the solid cannon. It's fired. Proper sound made. Ooh, there is so much you can do with that. You can sign someone on the side, on the east side, down at the top, and down to control just how hard you hit. You can, yeah, use that rope. Yeah, nothing to surprise Cyborg, and landed him on the shoulder. It's a right short. There's nothing you can do to stop it. There, I can see that. Picture. Did I mention it can turn into plasma cannon? It can do that too? He shouted, starting to rise as he looked over Cyborg expectantly. Victor laughed and took back his arm, turning it into its regular configuration. So, true to the typical Ruby fashion, it's also a gun. What about you, Garfield? Can you show us what you can do? Link asked why she was a leader, excited to gush about Victor's weapon system. Garfield smiled and gave his finger, then walked forward. Watch and be amazed, he announced to her and the other husband. He moved around a few times on the mold of his feet. On the mold of his feet? Huh?
Yeah, it means the heel.
Ah,
To walk only on your heel.
I have never heard it like this.
Well, consider the shape of the foot and the most rounded part
Yeah,
would be the
it
back.
makes sense, but I have never heard of it.
Okay.
I mean, there is one way it makes sense, which is which is this when he just has a little more for the feet.
Okay.
And then his body began to shift before their very eyes. It had happened so fast that he appeared to turn into a green blob for a split second. And when he came out of it, Garfield was now a green tiger. Also, there was a very similar tone playing in the background. Bum, 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 bum. Your Garfield is now evolving. Holy! Blake muttered, as the tiger roared triumphantly. The hunting described the beast's boy's ability to turn into animals while on the plane, but seeing it happen in person was much more different than having it described to her second hand. Garfield had turned back to normal, extremely wearing his black and purple jumpsuit, coming for the transformation. He then began to shift rapidly, turning into a variety of birds, cats, wolves, lizards, insects, and much more. If I remember correctly, Meat Boy had problems with having clothing that can morph with him. If he was wearing normal clothes, it would just rip apart and he would turn back to a naked Beast Boy at the end of the transformation. Holy crap! But not that you could turn to an animal. You weren't kidding. You guess that to the sandbag as Garfield transformed all this time. His transformation was much larger. His enormous head nearly reaching the ceiling and his throwing his tail crawling around it. Good thing Victor, after a lot of practice time and a lot of trial and error, made the ceiling much higher because Garfield was always breaking it.
Oh yeah.
His side nails dangled near uselessly on his torso, and then Garfield roared and wanted to cover their ears, unless they grew deaf. And there was something in his mouth. It was a half pony. From the laboratory.
What if he shapeshifts into Garfield?
I mean, he can do that. Garfield! He was suddenly shouting. Be you look at talk? And the command made Motion and transformed back to normal, with a smile on his face, while he rubbed the back of his hand. Sorry, hey, it's a little carried away. Honestly, the last thing anyone needs is to go there because you decided to show off. He just sighed, and it was him not the gist of how the relationship worked. He was reminded of Salt, a romantic actress, the world making a smile to her face. The smile soon disappeared, replaced by a frown, and zoomed in. Strangely enough, he was able to pick up on this immediately, and the gray-skinned girl walked over to her. I don't think that it was ever mentioned, but I feel like he might be an empath.
Oh, it's Death Battle confirmed it. It was really basically one of her first.
Oh,
powers.
I haven't watched Raven versus anyone.
Yes, she is an empath.
Okay.
And yet she's also trying to fight and reject her own emotions because it risks going into rage, which can trigger Trigon's curse.
Yeah. You alright? She said. They said, I guess her wrist. Just remembering someone I knew. He was a good friend, and seeing how you and Garfield reminded me of him. We got separated during the fighting, and I don't know what happened to him. He rather than the photos is sympathy, and nodded. Don't worry, I'm sure he's fine. If he's anything like you are, he will be so stubborn and stupid that nothing would put him down for long. Hey, I heard that! His body immediately shouted. You were supposed to, he replied sarcastically, looking in her eyes. They couldn't help but laugh, and the blood exchanged. To the parent that, despite the ribbing, the two cared for each other deeply. So Raven, and politely, what are your powers exactly? Do this time you and an airport and medicutor. That is my answer as well. If you didn't even ask one, I would never get on it.
Well, I'd lean on to the second description too. She's a major caster.
I mean, yeah, now she's a major caster, but in the teenager she was a minor caster. Yes, that's what you're saying. Now I'm Demon Asshole. I already came from my father, the Demon Dragon, and I learned how to control it in other world. Material Dentals. I won't get into the face right now. It will take way too long to go over everything I can do with magic. So she is literally, wait. Yeah, she is not a warlock, she is a sorcerer. Because her father is a higher being. Yeah, she's a sorcerer.
Yeah. And the magic's from the bloodline, and
Yeah. That's us, she ain't lying. I'm more intelligent. She's about my courage and Garfield, nod. I want to turn to face Sapphire, who brought it up as mine. Automatic can have some ultraviolet radiation, and at first I could only use it to fly. But when my system became me, from me one, he found that first person back up again, was started to a repeat of Garfield's emotional origin story. He ended up to convert that energy into what I call Starboard. So he is not that far away from Superman. Then getting power from the sun.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that.
Ah, cool. And in fact, she knew that Sapphire was saying now what happened to her, and not as wasn't failing to nerve into the trauma. Before anyone could speak again, however, the nurse to Jim, a friend, and they met Morgan. I was gonna tell Morgan, it's a Megan, and Luna. So how is everyone getting along? I was asked.
Horribly. We're downright killing each other right now. How are you?
Yeah, she asked and looks around, blood everywhere. Everything's great.
Just punching each other casually.
Don't worry, it's just a threshold. Everything's great, was a girl. Nothing same. Other than the followed expression on the Ramadan face. Slowly the mood died down, and was replaced with exasperation. Don't tell me you are leaving already. But you just got here, Corey pointed out. I said that easily conveyed. Victor and Damon were able to keep their emotions in check better, but Toby and others could see that they too were upset. I'm starting to get used to seeing their names. Other than code names. Suddenly, yes. I can just leave my people when there's a guide on our hand. I'm sorry, but Sapphire suddenly flew and then made suddenly, telling Donna off in mid-sentence. After a moment of confusion, Donna smiled and hugged her back. Be safe, please, said Maria and picked his bag, and Donna nodded. I will, don't worry. Donna really Sapphire and stand back before putting her hand on the lady's shoulder. I'll be back before you know it. Okay. Sapphire answered and nodded, and Donna turned her attention to the other members of her team. Stay safe, wonder girl. Cyborg told her by patting her shoulder. Meanwhile, then showed up and took her, while he was staying back. We see you later, he said, avoid betraying a hint of sadness that her friend was leaving. Then I recognized it clearly and moved towards the half demon, as if I were able to hold up her hands and make a wood sound. Yeah, that's a no on the hugging. The second, the word changed, even. She then turned around and began walking away, then following her to the front of the building, and out to the helipad. Nona waited one last time as she ascended into invisible jet, and then waving back before she finally took off.
So you have to find it first.
I mean, she knew where it was. Then it had meant near stopped waving, until the sound of a plane eventually disappeared into the distance, at which point they sighed and looked at each other. Well, let's head on back inside, guys. Today is an off day for all of us, so let's enjoy it while we can. Have I pointed out? I am now with that, agreeing with him as she and others followed him back inside. In the back of her mind, she wondered just how the say with the title would go. I mean, it would go, title go. Come on, hit him! Victor shouted at the screen, watching the University Nighthawk defense guy, and failed to echo the notified University Bulldogs running back. When the runner finally got tackled 15 yards from the touchdown, Victor let out a little sigh of relief, but a smiling young chuckled and chuckled. I was confused. I thought it was definitely either baseball or American football. I'm pretty sure none of them is allowing hitting. That's why I was confused. That's a really change. Yeah. You know this? Football reminds me of a sport back home. I noticed as he watched the two teams prepare for the next play. Really? Which one? Yes, his eyes glued to the screen. I thought called goofball. Kind of like football, only the ball was a small bomb, and they played each other with hammers and swords.
Wow.
I don't even remember that. This sounds awesome! Gavin got out, to which Yang smiled and nodded. I think most of these sports are barbaric. Right aside from the kitchen table with Blake and Aaron, getting the TV with the daytime for Luke. Yes, grown men hitting each other, or for a stupid ball. I mean, once again, I still believe that in football you don't hit each other. You tackle each other, but not hit. Right? Red and Blue reference. That's why I don't know. I haven't watched any of the Red and Blue. I have heard of them. I probably seen some scenes of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing. Even though I know there was more than 100 episodes of it. Also, the Raven vs. Twilight Sparkle very much dependent on if it's an anchor Twilight or just a normal Twilight. I may have to watch that. I'm not gonna.
I'll tell you some interesting trivia knowledge about that now. Both characters were voiced by the same voice actress.
And I knew that. Too many fans, but most are books. Yeah, so Robin pointed out from the couch. Yang, Joel, Yang, and Nora all looking at her expectantly. On the next time, they are sad and shook her hand. Honestly, I celebrate sandwiches sometimes. No, always. She sighed. then turns her attention back towards Haven. Question is flawed in the girl's mind. Something the heart of Demon seemed to pick up on, as she turned her attention towards the right. Something you want? He asked. And the right finished her hand. No, nothing. Just wanted to say that, for what it's worth, that you were also an evil controlling father, so you know what it's like. Hearing it, surprising the eyes. Seeing this evil side, and no trouble. Your emotions are all over the place. I wouldn't talk to you out why. I would say that you have no idea, but I also know you are aware of that. You are a very bad person, aren't you? They pointed out. Wonderful even to you for this, sir. And the photo side. Moving on. How come you are joining the others? Watching the TV? Appreciating the main question, the TV watchers wrote enthusiastically. In the night horse storm, a touchdown attempt. We were raised an eyebrow, aside, then turned back towards Blake. I'm a half demon, he explained. If I get too emotional, I run the risk of losing control completely, and turning into what my father wants. I will become a vessel for his will, opening Earth up to him. I cannot let that happen. This can be difficult, I said with complete sympathy, and Raven closed her eyes and blinked. It is, sometimes, he admitted, then looked over the rest of the team, seeing on the light forest lineman intercepted the ball, then smiled. But being here with my friends, it makes it easier. Even Garfield? Blake asked with his mark, and he ridiculed. Oh, he makes it worse. You know you love me, Raven, Garfield pointed out, and she pulled off. Keep telling yourself that, maybe one day, it will become true. I might miss about what it actually came to, right? I heard a maybe in there. Joe, closing the door to laugh. With more smile at least, happy to have more smile to his friends' faces. And leaned forward to face all of them and said, So, I have a question for all of you. Sure, shoot. They replied as she filled the cup of soda. You'll be munching on a bowl of chips next door. Garfield nodded, and now his eyes conspiratorially. Have you all decided yet? On your code names? I assume? Ruby and Juniper said blankly, and Garfield, I tried understanding what he was implying. Decided what? Blake fired yes, making the game more cold. Oh, come on! You didn't mean to tell me that you are telling me the freaking Justice League trying to become superiors for the past, but worse now, and you haven't even decided your superior name? That's like Superior 101. Oh, that's a human. Ruby skinned and she wiped some crumbs from the corner of her mouth. I mean, deciding on a name is not the hard part. Choosing a name that is not taken is the hard part. Because there are so many superheroes in Gotham and all around the DC universe. She then smiled excitedly and pointed between herself and the smiling John. John and I have been thinking of a few. I think it's a childish excuse, White proclaimed, only for Ruby to laugh at her expecting the response.
Exercise, not excuse.
It's an excuse, I don't care. It's a childish exercise. Young chuckled, then turned to face Garfield. He upped to herself, having her chin on the shark. I put my nose to it clearly, he admitted. You have been getting more sharp. Then shook his head. And too, Yang? What about the rest of you? The little thing I have learned. You too, Yang? He looked around the room, looking eyes with each of the other superheroes in training. And they all either shrugged or shook their head. His eyes then narrowed, and he sprang to his feet. Well, this cannot stand, he shouted, the never pointed at anyone. Right? Whiteboard! The rest stared at him, rolled their eyes. Fine, he said, and she raised her hand, like overwhelming the appendage. Next to girlfriend, a mechanical appeared on the wall, but disappeared and he read a whiteboard in his face.
You know what just occurred to me? As much as I said the Remnantians fit in the Teen Titans, it occurred to me that could have been true the other way around as well. If the Teen Titans went to Remnant, they'd also fit in.
I'm not 100% sure that they would be able to kill him. That's a very different mindset than what you have on Earth. That, oh, don't hurt them so badly that they die or get to hospital. Just hurt them enough a little bit so they can be put to prison.
I think they could adapt. And out of action, they have a very similar behavior.
Yeah? The game. Huh, so that's what money looks like. All in this kind of money. You're commenting. Remembering the previous more subtle interaction with money. Lemma's last briefly came to her cheek, and she glanced at the partner. But she shook her hand, and Ruby joined girlfriend next to the board. Listen up, girlfriend barked, putting the more serious members of the group to roll their eyes, while the others merely chuckled and did something. Except Victor, who is still watching the TV. The match is still going on at this moment. When girlfriend began marching back and forth in front of the whiteboard, the skills increased, and judging by the look of girlfriend's face, the reaction was intended. Being a superhero requires many things out of you. It requires dedication, it requires self-assess, it requires sacrifice. It may require you to wear silly costumes that pull in uncomfortable places. Though there's loud once more, and this declaration. But girlfriend continued. Wait. Wasn't this whole line... Isn't this whole line from the Fantastic Four? Or not Fantastic Four, the Incredibles?
Could be.
But one thing that is essential is the name. The name that turns you from a man or a woman into a symbol. A superhero name. Ooh, looking at everything. And then we took the opposite step forward. The Titans all looked and gulped silently, allowing him to continue, while he read the stars pleasantly. Superhero names have to be more than just cool or inspiring. They have to be indicative of who we are and what we do. Superman is a man who can do almost anything, bringing hope wherever he goes. That's what appears at night, bringing fear to the criminals. He fights, for death and the match. Wonder Woman makes you wonder, loves the world and she tries to make the world a better place. The unconscious expounds. It could be, but I'm pretty sure I have heard it somewhere before. It might even have me from intelligence itself. And then you have someone like Kid Arrow, who has killed and using the bow, or even who just goes by her first name. Yang pointed out, saying where she was going, but wanted to cut it short. For a part, he wasn't appreciative of being acknowledged. Ruby blushed, and burned that she was being too humble, because before, she thinking herself once more. Anyway, he held it up again and threw up a black marker. He went to right on the board as she couldn't talk. Lola and I have all been thinking of what our name should be. We believe all of us, especially superhero names, split ourselves from people like Luthor and Waller. At the same time, our name needs to be a symbol of who we are and where we came from. They also need to be colorful, of course. It makes a lot of sense because, for Amnatians, colors mean a lot of things.
Okay, remember you said that.
I see why. It makes sense, admitted, but I think over possibilities. For the important part of our culture. Yeah, I remember that. That's why they are named, almost all of them are named after colors. He ended for the benefit of the horse. Exactly, and it's perfect and you should use it. Visible clad with excited point. He then turned towards Humi, who smiled and turned her attention to the others. Her friends looked at her expectantly, with eyes shining and rubbing the bridge of her nose. And you know why color is an important part of that culture. I don't know if you know it. But you know that the game is literally hoisted by fear. They feast on it. They love fear. And at some point, the higher ups told us, maybe we should suppress all emotions. So, no music, no colors, no art, no nothing. And it didn't turn out well, as you can guess. People didn't like it. I think that was literally what started the first war. The big war in England. Exactly, it is perfect and you should use it. It was declared with an exciting point. He attacked her Ruby, who smiled and turned her attention to the others. Her friend looked at her expectantly, with eyes sighing and having the midge of her nose. Well, what did you two come up with? They asked and none of the others volunteered by the bullet. Oh, hi. Well, for me, I like her paper. He admitted and the others hummed, and they talked it over. Oh, I get it, Sapphire explained. It is because you wear a hat and you decide, correct? Exactly. Ruby proclaimed, the blushed, and looked down at her feet, kicking them against each other. I also think it sounds cool. In nutshell, your name's alteration was muted by holding her chin, with a critical look in the eye. But isn't it a little too simplistic? We just mentioned Green Arrow Ice Cream. I mean, she doesn't even need to learn about the new name. Okay. Your name is Ice Cream now.
Yeah, done.
Which is stupid because game attacks to all the negative emotions. So like a kind of emotion in general. Yeah, well, they told that because of positive emotions, negative emotions get spurred up as well. That's what they told. Which is, we all know it's stupid. And the people around us knew it as well. And we have already met a bunch of other heroes with obvious names like that. Yeah, so, we should have had a decision making. It's supposed like to be like a brand name. Something that's easy for anyone to say and remember. And an obscure and fancy mouthful. Short, sweet, and roll of tongue. My mom's advice is right, as usual. The short agreed with emphatic nod. It sounds very cool, homie. I think the name suits you perfectly. The short is glad with finality. Turning everyone's attention towards himself. Me, I like the name White Knight. I'm pretty sure that's taken, Sean. I'm pretty sure that is a taken name.
Maybe everyone here is going to name themselves after a color.
I mean, that's the whole thing.
Mm.
Remind me of this after we end. The White Knight. You look the part, you have to admit it. It's your smile. Exactly! So let me see if in this there is a White Knight or not. Or only in County. Oh, Batman has the White Knight. The curse of the White Knight. Yeah, that's why I knew I heard the name before. So, not taken. Okay. And of course. Exactly. Next, check out other fantastic. Let me get to think about her name, for herself. Like, right?
Whatever name they choose, they'll have to register at the DMV to make sure it's not taken in their state.
Yeah, I am right now in the second. Likewise, she told me that the practice was a bit, was at its heart childish, but at the same time, I realized its practicality and necessity. Like it or not, they needed to keep that identity secret. If they wanted to operate on Earth successfully. Oh, Two-Face had that nickname? I mean, it is not taken as a hero name, so...
Yes, Harvey Dent did before becoming a villain.
Ah. She makes her mind. Tries to go off with the name for herself. On side and shake her hand. Having trouble there? With that, as she nodded. Not letting go get to you, but she knows to take a while to come up with the name. For a while, Garfield discovered himself changing. After the tiny meat boy started to immature. And that, since he was a man, he needed to change his name. You know why I started laughing, right?
Not sure.
Because of this.
That's actually what I suspected.
It was only a Harvey's movie counterpart.
That's the only place I'm aware of that he had that title, too.
Yeah, it might be not a common known name. Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie, by the way.
I was 15, sigh. Yeah, he pointed out. Another edged into his face. and how the other loved that he attempted running. It might last a month before he changed back. The cyborg can never let him live it down. You're saying, man. Now, let's go back to you, Blake. We do change the subject, and I think attention towards her. Let's start with what you do as a fighter. I mean, this is why I always took down the react part from my channel name. So it's still recognizable that I am me.
Well, for Blake, maybe Shadow something.
Yeah, Shadow Cat. There you go. Because we know Cat from my already taken.
Or Cat Noir.
Why am calling his Beastman? Because that sounds like a brute. Well, the clothes actually knows about how she falls. Her weapons and tactics, all the way to her semblance. I am not a frontline fighter like Yang or Laura. I was quickly there on the way, letting my shadow in the hill for me. So maybe, I suppose, it's all getting started on the name. Let's see. Suffer harm and suffer shame. Maybe, Shadow Cat?
You just said that.
I mean, because it makes sense. Makes sense, especially at the Submarinian suggestion. Ashran. Black Cat means more suggested, and Blake was suggestion correct. Like phone
I have a Black Canary.
and that's second.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just use my cat folders in an amazing multiplayer name, please? Just call them Shadow. A nice truly annoyed Blake S. Telling the 17th subject matter, the title quickly acquires to a request. Acquiesce. Once again, I always have problem with that one. I don't care about the thing. Her eyes moves again down to a symbol. This into a padlock. The light shade. And that makes sense. It will depend on the balance of the flower. The plant is beautiful and it was toxic. And as she smiled, another microphone came to her. Logan and Marcus are most Marvel characters. Nightshade. I like the name Nightshade. He said. And he made smart and not in the approval. Yeah, I know it's a man on the flower, but I always call it a Nightshade for some reason. So my mistake actually made it more apparent. Nightshade.
I always call them night howlers. That's a reference to a film you might not have seen. And if not, you missed another great one.
Also, let me bring up here. Emblem. There you go.
Maybe show it that more pronounced way.
We can do it like this. There we go. Nightshade. It suits you, Blake. You're smart and Blake, so I'm back. Seeing how everyone in the one now on the browser, you're smart, and lean back on the sofa. Of course, me on her hand. Well, it's obvious that I'm the more of sunshine in everyone's life that's making care of everyone's want in the entire time around us. So, if I had to come up with a name on this phone, I would have to say maybe Golden Dragon sounds modest like me. I mean, it is in purple. Originally. Also, that's not just your name. That's it into English. If I remember correctly, yes, how long means my little dragon.
Her attitude right there kind of reminds me of Rainbow Dash. If she would have been in this situation, like, if I'm gonna have a super name, I'm gonna have one that's awesome.
Yeah. But it's not the first one. Also, his wife only cried. In this young smile and leaned her hand against her arm, telling her mother to inside. My wife? What about you? You have to choose, because if you don't, then you will be asking. Forever. I refuse to participate in this. He listened, and young smile grew. But then, since you won't choose your superior name, I will maybe volunteer to do it for you. Young allowed. And what's his eyes? Why not? No, that is not. Let's see here. Oh, there are so many options available for you. White cream? They started with a mirthful look on their face. I am warning you, Xiaolong. I said, but Yang ignored her. There is ice cream, special snowflake. The morning began. Golden ignored me laughing at my expense. Why, Snow?
Or Snow White.
Snow White? That is just my name translated. I mean, this is what I said to Yang's name as well. I pointed out, Yang ignored her and continued to answer observation.
Well, it still work though. If the others in the Earth don't know that, then it could actually go work for a superhero name.
Yeah?
It's like calling a dragon Draco.
How about a Snow Angel? Huh? Bringing back some fond memories, right? Yeah, enjoy trying to face both Vice and John. Yeah, that is how John tries to take Vice as her out to the mall. Hello there, Vice, it's Snow Angel. The boy was so busy he wanted to laugh at young John and defend the affectionate nickname he had given Vice back when he stared the crush on her. But the Vice silence now with his hand. Please, just stop. I'll come up with one later if you stop. Vice added with another grab, and Yang laughed and waved her off. You're showing your ass, Vice. Seriously, have some fun with this. Yang then turned her attention towards John's team. Or before she could say a thing, and carved into his face. No, and I have already been thinking about ours as well. Amen. So I think I should call myself Green Lotus. I literally was about to say Lotus. Something Lotus. I don't know about Nora though. Oh, like Green Arrow, or the Green Lantern and Green Fire before she shot into fire. He pointed out, going around to see a pattern. Oh, second thought made me run out another color in the matter at point. He consented, and the other nodded at his reasoning. Nolan thumped her chest proudly. I will be pink lightning! That makes sense. He glad with her typical enthusiasm. He then halfway stands conspiratorially to the room at large. It's because I can absorb electricity.
But only the pink kind.
No, but it turns into pink.
I'm really picky about my electricity.
Lee figured. John laughed and turned to face Pierre. The humble girl Jordan once she realized everyone sang against her, expectantly, all of them giving sympathetic tries. Those are the head's family symbols, so it makes sense, yes. Well, he started, then, observe a moment to run. I'm sorry, it just... You realized immediately what he spotted an issue with giving up her name for someone. Out of all the people he knew, he was by far the humblest. Coming up with a special name was designed to draw attention to a manufactured persona and not racial identity, but make it too close to home. When we got to Rand and Nora told him they saw the exact same thing. He was a guardian, he told Nicolad, trying his head in the pure paradise. He was a guardian sees perfect in my eyes. We are sad to Meg as her partner, that's mine. I love it. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, John. What made you think of it? My honest, choosing against their own tiny powers to bring into his mind, and figure out why. John's mind and the question. Then nothing. Well, her core basic games are obvious. As for Guardian, that's what she does. She always protects those who need it the most, whether it's from monsters or their own humility. He means himself. Your smart brilliant Jones word, or to think that a crowd suddenly across his face, and the champion instantly knew why. You are still man I fought the young by myself, aren't you? He asked, and the rest of the team all said looking at her. Yup, they all replied, calling Peter Miller silently from the gates. They were truly angry at her. Their feelings were born about concern for a teammate. And at night, they had made it clear that losing her would have devastated all of them. Even Hopia knew she would have died, had they not made it to her in time. He felt their feelings were justified. Garfield, not wanting to see his decision grow times, got into his face, and attracting everyone's attention.
Because he's got a cold.
Well, now let me get that out of the way. Who wants to play some games? Watch some movies? Yes. So that's smart, weekendly. In the meantime, we see Victor getting back, reaching for the remote and handing it. So and no, you can't. You can't from the TV until the match.
Two things here. Yang's really settled on Golden Dragon, and
yeah,
and Vice really is not decided here yet. So doesn't seem like the issue's not exactly fully done.
Yeah, but they have to go away from this topic for now. Let's see. Is a chance to move my fighting game capacity to a new planet? You are all amazed, boy. What game are we playing? He said, and got his mind. Anyone, if you please? Yes, and the Bible subsequently element of the magic, and disappeared with a silent pump. Miss Boy then turned around and jumped toward the large TV, pushing through some cabinets and into the wall. Several cases of video games were arranged neatly in alphabetical order, organized by genre and geographical tab, was listed as an impressive collection. Found it! And he said, as he pulled out the case, he showed the face of a yellow-clad best ninja. Okay. Okay. Hello. My mother is leaving.
I think I understood the word music.
Yeah, she had the TV on and there was her listening to music.
Okay.
He showed a face of a yellow-clad masked ninja. His eyes appeared ghostly white as I'm smiling, wagging his fingers. He thinks picking more a good one. Yes. I mean, I myself am more of a chicken guy, but that's good too. The question is, which one did they pick? The two-dimensional one or the new one was which have 3 dimensions? Those are very different. The Titans and the guests continue to party for the rest of the night. Jumps in the soundly. The main is cars parked in the lot, and the moon shone brightly overhead. It was a peaceful scene.
And the end. Credits roll.
Almost, actually. What do you mean they canceled it? A sheer voice suddenly shouted from around the apartment. Coming the mountain and actually climbed every wall. While sitting across the dirty floor, was not covered in an empty piece of motion and takeout food. Ah, so it's the Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's Michelangelo. Who shouted because of the empty piece of motion. 9 to 10 one probably? Oh yeah, Case is all video games, so they are not cartridges anymore. So yeah, it's probably a higher version. The woman centered around an overweight man with a long, messy hair. His angled face was marked with pimples, and he was wearing a makeshift armor that meant to be lifted from a variety of different sci-fi movies. I'm trying to figure out who it is or if I know them, but they will probably mention it later. How did I get to my favorite show? Who can even get enough things? That's what screwed it up. He's a Santa Monica. He's shutting down into a low town.
That's exactly how the fans of Firefly thought.
Ah. It's funny how my man immediately went into Eggman. But he's not here.
It might be you're close enough. Keep going.
Ooh. If they think they can get away with this, they are so wrong. Because I see it near my desk and pointed to make remote. And I, Control Freak, will be the one who... I have heard the name, but I have no face to the name. Yeah, I have seen him once or twice. Is he animated series only character? For what I see, it is.
His cutie mark probably would have been a remote control.
Wait, wasn't he the one who had... What's it called? Competition with Beast Boy? That's who is the biggest nut. I think he is. Yo, fake! The neighbor shouted to them, Team 1. Making his bringing on making on it with his face. There's nothing there. I'm trying to get some sleep. Yes, he's something else. He's no character, basically. Ah. Get some earplugs, Gary! I haven't got that right now. But I think counted. I don't care. Just not late in the morning, goddammit. And that is the end. We have been shown our main villain of this chapter. And this was not an extra chapter of Father of Justice. A long time ago.
Well, they just have to get the show uncancelled and the plot will be solved. For now. Until he freaks out about something else.
I mean, he will definitely freak out if he finds out that his favorite rival has multiple females over at the house and playing with him.
That's possible.
But yeah, that is it for today. There's some nice ups and downs in emotions. And once again, until Rice finds out what her name is, it's gonna be ice cream.
I tell you what, the title of the next chapter is kind of amusing. Check it out.
It's Sudden Shameless Monstrous Part 1. Also, I'm gonna copy that immediately, so we can check it next time. Oh, I have it open, that's why it's open. This is a nice arc. I love that all the things that are here, even though we know that Roman is not here and he's not called Roman anymore, but he still is part of the Titans.
It sounds like it's gonna be fun. And maybe even funny.
I mean, they need some fun after all the things that happened. They have been here for months now, but I'm still waiting for Luthor to find out that they are here. I mean, no, they obviously know they arrived. But they were being pampered and hidden in the watchtower. But even Luthor's eyes cannot see that far. But now that they are on Earth, they can be found. And there is no way they are not gonna show themselves. In Themyscira, yeah, they were still hidden. But they are in Jump City now.
Where everyone jumps for love. Jump in.
I'm curious what kind of multiverse characters are we gonna get.
Well, it says multi-cross. Could be multi-crossover. I really don't know much about Control Freak, but I wonder if he had something to do with powers of pushing people into televisions or getting characters out of the TV. In which case, if that was true, then yeah, he could probably easily cause a crossover.
I remember he had some kind of forced up powers, yeah. I don't know what exactly, but even if he's a joke character, the jokes can be surprisingly surprising. Surprisingly dangerous as well, if you think about that. But that is gonna be...
Joke characters are in character for the Teen Titans, but in the original show, the serious stuff would be in character too. Not in Teen Titans Go though. After that, it's just all humor. At that point, Trigon too might as well have been a wacky and fun little guy.
No. I just want my little daughter to be happy. I just want the Earth to be the most comfortable place, which is hell.
Is that too much to ask? Come on, guys, think about it.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
And once again, we are bringing a like link between two alternating episodes again. Alternating nomads. That's it. Your film was called channeling before. Maybe he wasn't channeling, and this is not his real form.
Garfield was kind of the life of the party, and that makes sense from what I know of him. He's not the one that's supposed to be quiet. And subdued.
No, that's Haven.
I know.
That's so Haven.
That sounds like a name for a television show.
Because
That's
it is.
so Raven!
Because it is. I think it's a name of a show, right? Disney show. Yeah, that is a Disney show.
Oh, jeez. It's real? Okay.
Let's talk about Teen Titans Go, please. Don't worry. I don't know anything about Teen Titans Go other than it exists. So, you are free from that. It depends on. Also, it depends. Let's just talk about Teen Titans. Go, please. Okay, bye. I'm going. I'm actually going. But yeah, the next chapter is gonna be starting in 4 days. And the next 3 days I will be working. I won't even have time to play or do anything. But other than that, maybe some recordings of Maiden and Rumi. But other than that, nothing much. But
Well,
thank you all for watching.
Look forward to seeing and hearing from you again. And yeah, thank you for the reading too.
And see you in 4 days. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I should probably add me more laughing there as well.